Good evening, I'm Rocky Hill and I'm director here, and we're going to talk tonight kind of about what it was like, what happened, and what it's like now in my own personal life. So you're going to hear a little bit about what transpired in my own addiction in the 14 years that I spent in the research and development field of addiction. I started out in one of those families that looked like Ozzie and Harriet. Lived on an Air Force base. Mom was PTA president. Mom was Officers' Wives Club president. My dad was a fighter pilot in the Air Force. I was raised on an Air Force base. Everything looked from the outside great. We had some issues, but I don't know that they were any more issues than any other family. What I do know is that I learned in that family that there were certain things you didn't do, and one of those things was to cry. One of those things was to talk about being afraid of anything. One of those things was to talk back to mom or dad. And I learned some things about not telling the secret about dad's drinking and about mom and dad fighting. So there are certain things that I learned that I didn't even really know that I learned. But what I found was, to fast forward a little bit, at age 16, I was at a military school in New Mexico. And for the first time, I got intoxicated. And it was magic. You know, we were, some guys had suggested that we go up to Clovis, New Mexico, and they had some tall boy Colt 45s. Don't ever drink that. And we were going to go up to Clovis and chase women around, chase girls around, not women, girls. And drink tall boy Colt 45s and get drunk and have a good time. And it was an interesting thing because as I started drinking those tall boy Colt 45s, I started getting taller, smarter, better looking. It was easier for me to talk to people. All of a sudden I wasn't thinking about what I was going to say, I was just saying it. And everything I said was funny, was entertaining, was profound. All of a sudden I fit in my own skin. And that was magic. And so of course if I'd had 3, then you know, a good addict 3 times 4 is 4 times as good. And so I continued to drink, and the next thing I knew, I was wedged somehow between the base of a toilet and the wall. And I'd vomited all over this friend's parents' house, all over their